Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Last time around, we had Green Teen Sanctuary Part 1, where the gang was trying to get away from Chocolata and his stand, and they did for a little bit, and we have confirmed that Bucciarati is dead. While he is still in control of his body, it is no longer alive, and it's only a matter of time for him. But because of that, it means that he is unaffected by Chocolata's stand. So yeah. And then at the end, Chocolata is wreaking havoc on the people of Rome. So Mista and Giorno are going to go deal with him, while Bucciarati deals with Secco. So yeah. You probably hear it in my voice. I'm sick. I got COVID. I am actually feeling better than I did yesterday. So yeah. I am recording, even though you would think that I would not. But here I am. Yeah. It's fine. I already recorded one episode of Prison Break today, so we're just going to get through this. So, yeah. May not be as high-spirited, or I can't really, yell as much as I normally do. But yeah. Anywho. With that said, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Here we go. That was, without a doubt, the 7-page Muda. Oh my god, I made it! I admit this was not a day for me to be yelling about that. Oh my god. Oh man, we did it! Oh, I have not seen the 7-page Muda. I didn't know it was this episode. I didn't know it was against Chocolata. However, you watch some JoJo videos, and the 7-page Muda gets recommended to you. Let's all face the facts there. But the good news was there was basically no context to it. It just said 7-page Muda in the title, and the thumbnail was that close-up of Giorno. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh shit, this is it, But, that's all. That's all. I didn't know it was going to be here. We made it! Oh, boy. Water. Hold on. I gotta cough something out. I got them Walter White coughs. Okay, I think I'm alright. Jeez. Again, this was not a day to be doing this. But here we are anyway. Okay. I'm alright. I am alright. Oh, boy. I just had a bit of a coughing fit, but I'm okay. Okay. The 7-page Muda, folks. The 7-page Muda. We made it. Yay. You know what's hilarious? For how much they build up Chocolata, and just how powerful he is and how dangerous he is. He's someone that even the boss, he's revolted by him and everything, and all this. Giorno kicked the shit out of him. Just with, everything Giorno won, I love that there really was nothing. Chocolata never had the upper hand with that. Giorno always. And despite starting with, he split his body in pieces. That's crazy. But being a doctor, I do kind of like that. Because, as a doctor, he knows, and unfortunately, because of the experiments he did when he was younger, he had he had the knowledge of how to split the body apart without without dying, you know? And his stand specifically allowed for that, you know? I mean, I guess in a similar way that Risotto was able to basically graft his foot back onto his leg, you know? It's very similar to that, where yeah, he knows which veins to close up. He knows how to, and because of his stand, because he can control the fungus, he is able to use that to control his severed body. So that's a really interesting concept and terrifying as well, you know? It's terrifying, and it really, you know, because that fits in with his character. But I love that pretty much after Giorno figured that out, Cioccolata never had the upper hand again. It's just hilarious, you know? So yeah, and Mista was taken out of that pretty quickly, I must say. But it was alright. And it's nice, again, it's always nice to have a Giorno fight, you know? Because I'm a big proponent of, a big supporter of JoJo should be about JoJo. So, it's always nice to see, hang on. My nose is very runny, so I do apologize. I hope it doesn't show up on camera too much. Oh my gosh. I'm alright. Anyway. Okay, I definitely feel a lot better. I'm glad I got that cough out. Because now I feel better. Because yeah, that whole scene, that kind of messed with me. That messed me up a bit because I got too excited, but that's okay. We're all good. And by the way, I should hopefully be better next week, you know? I don't expect this, because I'm already feeling better than I was yesterday. So, with luck, I should be getting better, you know? Anyway. But yeah, so Mista was taken out, but then it became a Giorno fight, which was good. I like how pretty much, like, the whole fight stayed at the helicopter, basically. Like, that was interesting, you know? So that was clever. So yeah, Giorno went flying, and then he used the bullet to create the branch, which I really liked. And I just love how quickly Giorno, he keeps changing the one thing, you know? Which is so cool. But yeah, so the branch starts getting hit by the fungus, but I love Giorno sends it flying, and then as a bullet goes through, you know, leaving behind a bit of shrapnel. So by destroying the branch, it turned back into a bullet, which then ricocheted and went straight through his face, you know? So that was really, really cool. And then, using a piece of shrapnel left behind in Cioccolata to then reform into a beetle, which was very interesting. I really enjoyed that. Because, yeah, I like that moment where, you know, Giorno's like, oh, I know what you're thinking and all this and yada yada. And, yeah, it's like, oh, Cioccolata, he's going to get the upper hand. He literally has a hand on Mista. But, yeah, Giorno already knew about that. And he reformed the bullet fragment into a beetle to really hit him, which was funny. So, yeah, I just love the back and forth on that. But at the same time, it's a back and forth where Giorno was always in control, you know? So that was really funny. And then, yeah, 7-page Muda. And man, that went crazy because I remember people talked about this a bit during the Steely Dan fight in part 3, which people consider, I think people said it's like the 3-page Ora. And that was interesting. You know, that's a great scene where Jotaro just beats the shit out of Steely Dan, or Dan of Steel. I probably should have had like some tissue in here or something. Oh well. I was pretty fine. I didn't really have a runny nose during Prison Break. Oh well. But anyway, but then, back then, people were kind of hyping up like, now we have to wait for the 7-page Muda. And so I've been waiting, and I pretty much knew, I was like, okay, the 7-page Muda, and I knew it was like, okay, it's Giorno, but I don't know when this happens, so. But that was crazy. I just love... I mean, you know, I'm sure there are people out there who will say it's probably better in the Japanese, but I mean, props to the guy playing Giorno. Those Mudas were great, you know? Those Mudas were great. And yeah, just the fact it just kept going, and it kept getting faster too, you know? Because that's one thing, that's one fun thing looking at, like, comparing the Mudas between English and Japanese Dio. The English version of Dio, he kind of goes faster, you know, Muda, 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 Muda. And don't get me wrong, I love, you know, having seen comparisons to it. The Japanese version is still really good, but it's interesting to see how fast it goes in English. So yeah, I just love seeing it kept going. It just goes so fast. Like, this is as fast as we've ever seen a stand punch, you know? It's hilarious. So yeah, and I like that moment because I was like, really? You're gonna spare this guy? But no, Giorno has killed people for less, you know? I'm thinking of Ghiaccio, Pulpo, you know? Like, yeah, there's no way he was going to spare Cioccolata. So yeah, that was crazy. I love that. Now, sort of the lesser fight, honestly, is because how do you top the 7-page Muda? But now we're going to see Bucciarati versus Secco. So yeah, and we did see it's Polnareff. I was right. So yeah, Polnareff is back, and he's in the Coliseum. So we'll have to see what's gonna happen with that. But yeah, once again, I'm hoping next week I'm gonna be kind of back to normal. But this was fun. This was still fun. I'm glad I did this week. And yeah, and it was hilarious because this wasn't, you know, this isn't the time for me to be, you know, screaming and hyped and everything, but here we are. None to be done, so yeah. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of my JoJo's Bizarre Adventure reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.